More than half of the apples produced in the U.S. come from Washington State. The Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center's Apple Industry exhibit details the history of apple production in the Wenatchee Valley. Early European settlers moving to Wenatchee in the 1870s found the area's rich volcanic soils, abundant water sources, and sunny days the perfect condition for growing apples. In a national campaign beginning in 1903 to entice businesses and homeowners to move west to Wenatchee, early town leaders advertised the area as the apple capital of the world. From 1906 on, Wenatchee apples won prizes in national apple shows. We have earned the title of the apple capital of the world, not only for the thousands of acres of apple orchards planted here, but because of the high quality of apples we produce. Apple trees grow from seedlings grafted in nurseries onto rootstock that determines the tree's eventual size. The first commercial nursery in Washington State was Siendo Nursery, established in 1906 in Wenatchee, and is still operated by the Snyder family today. Varieties like Spitzenberg, Pippin, Jonathan, and Winesap were common a century ago and grew 25 to 35 feet. Growers now prefer smaller trees planted closer together for more efficient cultivating and harvesting. To ensure a fall crop, springtime blossoms must be pollinated. Some tree fruit growers supplemented the work done by bees by artificially fertilizing the blossoms, brushing each one with pollen or shooting the pollen from a shotgun. Today, growers can rent hives from beekeepers for a week or two during blossom time. Early day spraying of orchard pests was done by horse-drawn tanks and man-powered pumps. Specially designed nozzles enabled the user to reach every part of the tree. The chief pest was, and still is, the codling moth. This 1920 apple sorter was built and used by Frank Nelson on his ranch in Sunny Slope. Apples were sorted and packed, unwashed, by hand until the mid-1920s. In 1925, sorting lines were fitted with apple rag slappers to clean the apples before packing when the Food and Drug Administration began enforcing strict regulations on lead arsenate spray residue. Women have traditionally worked as sorters and packers in the apple industry. Apples were first hand sorted to remove culls, deformed, too small, or blemished fruit. Sometimes culled apples were used to make apple juice. The apples ran down a conveyor belt and then were catapulted into the air to land in canvas-bottomed bins. The catapult system sorted the apples by weight. The largest and most colorful apples are graded extra fancy. The less colorful apples are fancy. And those that are marginal in color and appearance are C grade. Apple box labels were a means for advertising Wenatchee brands. The colorful lithographs were glued onto each wooden box before shipping from 1907 till the mid-1950s, when pre-printed cardboard boxes came into use. National consumer advertising for apples began in 1913, with brand names competing for recognition. The first cooperative marketing effort in the U.S. began in Wenatchee, when many growers banded together under the name Skookum. They placed color advertisements in national publications and posted flyers in subways in major cities to increase awareness of fine Wenatchee area apples. Following the Skookum success, other grower cooperatives arose in the 1920s. Wenatchee's early history and economy were built on the apple industry. Although the regional economy is now diversified, the tree fruit industry remains a major component. Methods of irrigating, cultivating, harvesting, packing, shipping, and marketing apples have changed over the years, while new variety of apples continue to be introduced.